Let's set the scene. Beijing, July 2025. The city is buzzing with anticipation, its skyline glowing under the summer night, ready to host something truly extraordinary. The city's alive, not just with summer heat, but with a global gathering unlike any other. Streets are filled with excitement, and you can feel the pulse of something big in the air. Ministers, scholars, and leaders from every corner of the world have landed in China's capital. Suitcases roll, cameras flash, and languages from every continent echo through the halls. But this time, it's not about trade wars or drawing borders. This is the Global Civilizations Dialogue Ministerial Meeting, a summit with a different agenda. The mission? Shift the global conversation from rivalry to collaboration. It's about finding common ground, not just common interests. China rolled out a new blueprint for civilizational exchange. Think of it as a global playlist, inviting everyone to dance to the beat of peace and cooperation. Every culture gets a verse, every nation a chorus. The energy was different. Instead of the usual speeches, there was a sense that something new was being built. People were genuinely listening, not just waiting for their turn to talk. In a world divided by headlines and conflict, this meeting flipped the script, focusing on what connects us. It was about dialogue, not debate. The talk was about mutual respect, learning from each other's histories, and celebrating our diverse mosaic of cultures. Stories were shared, traditions honored, and new friendships sparked. Why does this matter? Because it's about the future, how we'll interact, whether we see other cultures as threats or friends. The next generation is watching, and they're ready for a new narrative. It's about using technology to build bridges, not walls. Virtual reality, translation apps, and instant connections are making the world smaller and more accessible. China's bold idea, our shared humanity, is stronger than our political differences. When we come together, we discover more similarities than we ever imagined. In a world on edge, a little hope and a plan for better conversation is something we all need. It's a reminder that progress starts with understanding. This wasn't just another conference, it was a call to rethink how we connect. It was an invitation to rewrite the soundtrack of global relations. And maybe, just maybe, it's the start of a new global playlist we can all get behind. A playlist where every voice matters and the world moves forward in harmony. Enter the Global Civilization Initiative, or GCI, China's big pitch to the world, and a vision that's making waves far beyond its borders. It's not a trade deal or a military pact. It's a new way of thinking about global relationships, one that aims to reshape how nations and cultures interact in the 21st century. The GCI flips the old clash of civilizations narrative on its head, calling for a chorus of cultures, not a solo act. Instead of competition, it's about collaboration and mutual respect. The core message? Every culture has a unique note to add to the global song, and together, those notes create a richer, more harmonious world. The GCI stands on 4 pillars: respect for diversity, promoting shared human values, learning from the past while innovating for the future, and boosting people-to-people exchanges that build real understanding. Translation: stop trying to make everyone the same. Let each culture shine, and celebrate what makes us different. Values like peace, justice, and freedom aren't owned by any one country. They're universal, and the GCI wants to make sure everyone has a voice in defining them. The initiative urges us to learn from history, but not get stuck in it. It's about moving forward together, with lessons from the past as our guide. And it's about real connections, more cultural festivals, more student exchanges, more collaboration across borders, and more opportunities for people to meet and learn from each other. The Beijing meeting was the launchpad, turning these ideas into action and setting the stage for a new era of global cooperation. The goal? A global network dedicated to this new mindset where dialogue and partnership replace suspicion and division. It's ambitious, asking us to unlearn centuries of rivalry and rethink what it means to be part of a global community. But in a world where a TikTok dance can go viral across continents, maybe a global cultural conversation isn't so far-fetched after all. The GCI is about harmony, not hegemony. It's about building bridges, not walls. It's a call to see each other as partners, not competitors, and to work together for a better future. And it just might be the reset the world needs, a chance to start fresh, with unity and hope at the center. So, what's in this new blueprint for the world's future? It's a strategic shift, moving away from old patterns of competition and rivalry, and instead embracing dialogue, openness, and a genuine curiosity about one another. Imagine the world as a giant dating app where every culture is a unique profile waiting to be discovered. For far too long, we've been swiping left on anyone who seems different, unfamiliar, or outside our comfort zone. The blueprint says, start swiping right. The first principle is equality, treating every culture as worthy of respect and attention. Every civilization, whether big or small, ancient or modern, has something valuable to offer and deserves to be heard. No more cultural hierarchies. Your GDP doesn't define your poetry, your military doesn't define your philosophy, and your power doesn't define your wisdom. The blueprint challenges the old colonial mindset and says, everyone brings something to the table. Next up, inclusiveness. It's about open minds, transcending stereotypes, and seeing the full, vibrant picture of every society, not just the headlines. Don't just think of a country's politics. Think of its art, music, food, science, and the everyday lives of its people. That's how you build real respect and understanding. And finally, dialogue. Quiet respect isn't enough. We need to talk, share, and collaborate, turning respect into real action. More festivals, more exchanges, more joint projects, more translated books, and more opportunities to learn from each other. The more we connect, the harder it is to demonize or misunderstand each other. It's a simple, human-centric approach to foreign policy, one that puts people and relationships first. The blueprint is about making cultural exchange the norm, not the exception, so that every generation grows up with global friends. It's about building trust, one conversation, one shared experience at a time. And in a divided world, that's a radical, transformative idea. The message: let's swipe right on global cultures, open our minds, and see what we can create together. To show this isn't just theory, the organizers took attendees to the Mogao Grottos in Dunhuang, a 1,000-year-old hub of global dialogue. Imagine hundreds of caves filled with ancient Buddhist art right on the Silk Road. The Mogao Grottos are proof that cultural fusion isn't new, it's our heritage. Inside you see Indian, Persian, Central Asian, and Chinese influences blending into something unique. This wasn't a clash, it was a creative explosion, a millennium-long collaboration. The message was clear: when cultures meet with curiosity, the result is beauty, not conflict. Ministers and scholars saw echoes of their own histories in the art, a reminder that our stories are intertwined. We've been borrowing and blending for millennia. This visit grounded the GCI's philosophy in real history. It showed that harmonious exchange isn't a fantasy, it's something we've done before. Standing in those caves, you feel the dialogue of history. It's proof that a better future is possible and necessary. The Mogao Grottos are a living lesson in what the GCI hopes to achieve. Sometimes the best blueprint is written in stone. Why now? Because the world's facing a perfect storm: climate change, economic instability, political tension, and a flood of misinformation. It feels like we're playing a global game of Clash of Clans, and nobody's winning. Civilizational dialogue is the antidote. When we see others as enemies, it's easy to justify aggression and reject cooperation. The blueprint aims to build empathy. Understanding history, values, and dreams makes us partners, not threats. Cultural exchange humanizes the other, replacing stereotypes with real connections. It's soft power, but it's powerful, building goodwill that can survive political storms. In today's world, our fates are tied together. Global problems need global solutions, and that starts with trust. The blueprint is about building that trust, one cultural exchange at a time, because without it, cooperation is impossible. The Global Civilization Initiative isn't a one-off, it's the third pillar in China's trilogy of global initiatives. First came the Global Development Initiative, GDI, focused on shared prosperity and green growth. Then the Global Security Initiative, GSI, about resolving disputes through dialogue and collective security. Now the GCI brings the soul, cultural, and philosophical understanding. The logic is simple: you can't have lasting development or security without mutual respect. If civilizations clash, trade and peace fall apart. The GCI is the software running the hardware of global development and security. It's the hardware that makes the system work. China's not just pitching art festivals, it's offering a new worldview, a vision where prosperity, security, and cultural respect are intertwined. It's China's way of saying, let's play a new game, together. Let's be honest, whenever China proposes a grand vision, skepticism follows. Some see the GCI as a soft power move, a way to expand influence or dodge criticism. Critics worry it's about legitimizing China's system and diluting universal norms. These concerns are real, shaped by years of rivalry and mistrust. But the blueprint itself asks us to engage with the ideas, not just the politics. It's an invitation to talk, not just to be lectured. And for many countries, especially in the global south, that's a welcome change. The blueprint isn't just about old traditions, it's about remixing them with new tech. At the Beijing meeting, talk turned to AI, VR, and big data as tools for cultural exchange. Imagine a VR tour of the Forbidden City from your living room, or AI translating ancient poetry in real time. This is about making culture accessible and engaging for everyone, everywhere. Digitizing heritage like the Mogao grottos means sharing them with the world. Tech can create a digital Silk Road, ideas and creativity flowing freely. But it comes with challenges: equity, privacy, and making sure tech serves culture. Still, the potential is huge. The blueprint wants to upgrade cultural exchange for the 21st century, dynamic, inclusive, and powerful. It's not just revival, it's reinvention. So what's the bottom line? Beijing's blueprint is a bold bet on humanity. In a world pulling apart, it's a call to stitch us back together with culture and dialogue. The core principles, equality, learning, inclusiveness, and dialogue, are values most of us share. The vision: celebrate differences, don't fight over them. Success won't come from one meeting, it's about everyday actions. Learn a new language, read a book from another culture, challenge your own stereotypes, build bridges, one conversation at a time. The world's at a crossroads: more division or a new kind of community. The blueprint isn't the final answer, but it's a hopeful starting point. And that's an idea worth getting excited about.